Hi, Anti-Society! Welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we have ATEEZ Golden Hour Part 4 preview. I have no idea if this is going to end up on YouTube or if it's just going to sit on Patreon, because this is the, track little preview thing, and because the album isn't out yet, copyright on, the back end of YouTube is, a little bit weird, so no idea. I am both excited and nervous for this, because last time we did Golden Hour, I went through every emotion under the sun. Pun not intended. But it literally knocked my power out, okay? I'm nervous about where we're going to go with this, especially since I've seen, the photos for promoting this comeback, which has been a whole journey. And I just feel like we went through a whole thing with, In Your Fantasy and the solo tracks. And, in my brain, Ashes to Light is also, part of the whole narrative that we're doing. So I just feel like we're going places, and I'm not sure where it is. I just know that I'm not prepared. I'm not ready, whatever it is. Okay. It's fine, we're fine. Everything's fine. Ooh. Ooh, okay. First off, you can't give me a vocal slide right out the gate and expect me to be okay. Second, I love the little harmony there because it's a little off kilter. It has that feeling of something a little bit haunting in terms of soundtrack, which I find really interesting, especially since I feel like we had a little bit of that vibe with Tippy Toes. So I think it's interesting that we're leaning into that from a different angle going into this release, at least with that one. And the synth electronic heavy sound, but that falling vocal, so good. So good.
Flashing through my veins, she don't go to my right town again. I can feel it, girl, running through my veins, buzzing on my neck, pumping adrenaline. I can feel it, girl, flashing through my veins. She don't go to my right town again. I can feel it, girl.
Why? Okay, no, I was already worried about that one because adrenaline, I don't trust that. I don't trust them on adrenaline. I see what they're like when they're no, it's gonna be chill. And then it's lemon drop. I just feel that one is gonna take me out. I'm still catching up on music, right? So there's a whole section of ATEEZ music that I don't have context for, but I've heard clips of because we checked out Killing Voice and the guy, there's little things, and I'm I know that y'all have intense, in my face, aggressive songs, and I just haven't quite gotten there entirely with it because a lot of the stuff earlier on, I feel there's still this laid back confidence that they're going for with Hala Hala and Say My Name. So I feel I haven't quite gotten to the point where I feel very concerned about my safety. I feel adrenaline is leading into that. I malfunctioned a little bit because did we start with a Yosung vocal? Did you start with the Yosung vocal to sell me on a title track? Because that feels like you're manipulating my feelings. It feels like you're personally coming for me, and well, I love it. Hurtful. And then the build up into the aggressive growl vocal. Yeah, I'm not ready for that one. I'm not ready. I'm excited for this one. Ooh, nasty drop. Ooh, the smoothing out of that vocal, nasty drop first off, with that little, I don't know, it's almost like a horn, but it's definitely a synth, right, sound that was on the left side of the mixing was already fun, and it has that kind of laid back groove I was talking about that comes up a lot in the ATEEZ music that I've already checked out. Even when it has a darker sound, there's that little laid back groove that they get into, and then I love that it all softened out there at the very end where we got the vocals coming in. Okay, so we're going with the darker concept. I already felt I got that just from the photos that we got, and I feel transitioning from In Your Fantasy and all of the solo stuff with that, it makes sense. I'm just not ready. I feel there was an easy version of easing me into being part of comebacks as they're happening, and instead I got Lemon Drop and then like immediately In Your Fantasy, and I feel very overwhelmed to be here. It's great. Love that we get a song called like NASA at all. It's just like a space nerd. It's gonna be a lot for me, especially with all the like space and like star imagery that we already have with their music. I'm trying to have actual thoughts.
다시 시작인 것처럼 we live our lives. 'Cause I'ma go down this road tonight. Go left, go right. I'ma go down.
Whoa.
That's right. It's right. 'Cause nothing won't make me change my mind.
Ooh, that's so interesting to have the like really deep vocal and then it all like lifts. Like it's a really grounded sound. And then we have this like lift when it's like, I'm going to keep walking down this road, right? Like I'm going to continue walking forward on this journey, right? Continuing that kind of journey imagery that they have in their music. That's fascinating. I really want to see how that song comes together. They always get me. One of these is going to make me cry. It's going to be Overwhelm. I got like adrenaline, like a little bit got me. It's going to be like Overwhelm. It's going to be, they're going to say something sweet at some point in the lyrics. Something is going to heal something in my soul and I'm going to cry during this album. I just don't know what it is yet. Maybe that one. I think we have one more track, right? Yeah. No, this one. Ooh, okay, we're back in the desert. I beg your pardon. So we're doing a bunch of like subway imagery, very, I don't know, like cyberpunk vibe. But this is very like treasure, right? This is like Pirate King. We have the lightning again. We had all that with Ash, right? Because there's like the storm when Dongho is like up on the mountain in the like confessional / phone booth thing. Not to get all like storyline, but I do have a constant open tab of me always thinking about details in the storyline. It's an issue. I need to calm down. That one's gonna get me because it has soundtrack vibes. It's got that groove to it. It's got that like light optimism. I love that like little call and response vocal that we were getting where it was like Hunjung was like doing his vocal and then there was like a little vocal that was like playing off of it. I don't know who it was. I was overwhelmed. That's a really fun like dynamic with the vocals. I again am excited and nervous about this album because I feel like they're going to find a way to comfort me in like the second half, but I'm gonna have to go through the storm beginning, and I just don't know if I can prepare myself in any way for that because I've already been thrown. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe I could just live in denial and say it'll be fine. I've already been thrown off the deep end. I've survived In Your Fantasy, so I could deal with anything, right? Like it's totally fine. If you enjoyed watching that along with me, you can subscribe for some more ATEEZ stuff coming up, definitely with this comeback and everything, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.